Updated stimulus check news for several Americans. It may include those on a fixed income like Social Security, SSI, SSDI, VA. We have all of the most up-to-date information when it comes to stimulus checks, as well as some speculating news that is going around. In fact, you might not want to miss this video. Hey, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another show. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it sweet, and I want to thank you for tuning in. Don't want to hold you too long, but if you're new to this channel, definitely thank you for watching. If you want to become part of the True Life Investing family, then make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. To all of our new family members, welcome to the show. I'm your host, John Muro with True Life Investing. So there's been a lot of speculating news going around. People have been worried about the certain vaccine that has been pushed out because certain things are starting to happen and it's starting to add up. I've got a ton of information that I'd like to share with you, as well as the most up-to-date information on states that are sending out stimulus checks, as well as when those checks are arriving. If that's information that you're looking for, then this is the video for you. So let's dive on the screen. So we want to give out our deepest respects in regards to the Presley family. Lisa Marie Presley was the daughter of Elvis Presley. Maybe you like Elvis. Maybe you are a huge rock and roll Elvis Presley kind of fan, and yet again, it's sad. Not only he was a huge icon, but his daughter was huge. She was a singer. She was all that, a great person, and unfortunately, she did pass, and we want to pay our respects to her and her family. Lisa Marie Presley has died after suffering a cardiac arrest at her home in California. The songwriter, humanitarian, and only child of the rock and roll pioneer Elvis Presley was 20 days shy of her 55th birthday. This is something that was written by her mother. It's with a heavy heart that I must share the devastating news that my beautiful daughter, Lisa Marie, has left us. This is coming from Priscilla. She confirmed in a statement that Thursday evening. She said she was passionate, strong, and a loving woman, and that she's ever known. We ask for privacy as we try to deal with this profound loss. Thank you for your love and prayers, and this time there will be no further comment. Now, with speculation and things going on, I'm not really asking. I'm just really going to leave it up to you guys to let me know down in the comments below, but here's something else that came along. So we all know the football player that just died on the field, and they tried to link the COVID-19 vaccine that because that happened, it was because he was vaccinated. Well, lo and behold, linking cardiac arrest and COVID-19 vaccine is wildly and irresponsibly speculative. This is something that shortly after news broke that the 54-year-old singer Lisa Marie Presley has died of cardiac arrest, some people were once again pointing blame at the COVID-19 vaccine. Speculation regarding a connection with the COVID-19 vaccine and the cardiac arrest resurfaced after the 24-year-old Buffalo Bills safety Demar Hamlin was rushed off the field during a Monday night football game earlier this month for the same thing, cardiac arrest. But experts maintain that there is no link between the two. Now, let me tell you this. When it comes to vaccines and things that were created that fast, there's no possible way they could have ruled out every possible side effect. Everybody takes it different, and it affects everyone in a different way. With saying that, yet again, how is it that there's been a lot of high celebrity people who have experienced the same thing and they were vaccinated? You've never heard of this before, like just out of nowhere, it happening. Never once on Monday Night Football or any football night did someone just die on the field. And yet again, it's something that people are really speculating whether or not there are any connections. And again, like I said, I'm not going to give my opinion. I'm going to be nice. I'm just going to keep it closed and leave it up to you guys. So let us know down in the comments below what you think, because I'm going to be honest. I don't want to get it. I'm not going to say you should. I'm not going to say you shouldn't. It's all up to you. So now, let's talk about President Biden. And I really wanted to bring this up because I know a lot of times there's a big debate between the Republican side and the Democratic side. There's always some butting of heads, whether we should do this or whether we should do that or whether we shouldn't do anything at all. Yet again, President Biden slams the reckless bill from the Republicans to reverse funding for the IRS and its 87,000 new hires and how it could affect you. Wait a minute. You're meaning to tell me they're wanting to defund the IRS? That sounds better than defunding the police. I'm just saying, that's just me. Yet again, they are all in favor of reversing the funding for 87,000 IRS new hires and saying, no, we need to put that money elsewhere and give it to somebody who really, really needs it. But on January 9th, Republicans introduced and passed a bill to rescind the $80 billion funding. While it's likely to be struck down by the Democrat-controlled Senate, Biden's office has already voiced his intentions to veto this reckless bill. If it makes it to his desk, it's still a strong statement from Republican lawmakers. Meanwhile, at the center of this political football is an overworked and understaffed tax agency. And whoever wins the power struggle in Washington, experts say that taxpayers could be the ones left holding the bag. It's not going to be good for that many IRS people. I just feel like a lot of audits, a lot of things would be taking place. Not saying that it's not good to make sure everybody's doing it right, but 87,000, really? That's really needed? That's what they're really wanting to do? I mean, look, I'm not going to get into it because there's a lot of things that I just don't understand and don't agree with, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys. So now let's talk about stimulus check information. Who's it targeting? Who's it going to? Who's going to get a stimulus check? Well, all of that news is right here about 2023 stimulus checks coming your way. There are several states on the list, and we'll go by one. California sending out checks January 15th. That's when they will start sending out those checks to the remaining 5% of people who didn't get it last year. Colorado sending out stimulus checks. Those are slated to arrive no later than January 31st. Idaho is sending out 300 for single, 600 for joint. Those checks are going up now until the end of the year. New Jersey is slated to send checks out no later than May of 2023. Pennsylvania is slated to send out checks this year, not really giving a date, but they're saying, hey, we want to send out payments to old renters, homeowners, and people with disabilities. So as long as you send in the paperwork, they will spill over sending checks this year. South Carolina. Now, South Carolina has done something and filed an extension with their people saying, hey, if you file by February 15th, you will receive your payments in March. So they've made it super simple. They've allowed those in South Carolina to file at a later date, and that way you still get paid. So that is all of the updated news when it comes to stimulus checks. Maybe you don't see your state on the list. Maybe you're asking, well, what about West Virginia? What about North Carolina? What about Texas? What about Louisiana? Well, none of those states have provided stimulus check news, but I promise you, we are your daily advocate for stimulus check updates, and we will continue to do the research and provide you with this news. Again, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned because I've got a ton of videos yet to come. If you want to jump in on the free giveaway, let us know you are the #1 fan and leave it down in the comments below. If you want another chance to win, then guess which movie this quote came from.
Because we live or we die by the clock. We never turn our back on it. And we never, ever allow ourselves the sins of losing track of time.
It's a oldie, but man, it is a goodie. Great movie. I've watched it too many times, but it's just a great, deep movie. If you haven't seen it, guess down below. You've probably seen other comments, but yes, it's a great movie. Go check it out. And if you get that right, we'll put your name in a drawing to win on the 22nd so that everybody has more of a chance to win. All right, guys, stay safe, stay warm, stay sanitized, and until next time, I'm John Muro. Peace!